Hello, everyone, and welcome to Accelerate Global's Distinguished Speakers Series. For those of you that are joining us live, please write hashtag live. Those of you that are catching it in the replay, put hashtag replay. For those of you that are new, we are a educational and personal growth organization that helps you structure your business and run your business smoothly with absolute predictability in your cash flow, with consistency of income, as well as your audience and client base, regardless of what the environment is, using our framework of the Webinar Accelerator. But the biggest joy that I have is that I invite our entrepreneur members from within our Webinar Accelerator group and put them on the platform and put spotlight on them to get them in and talk about them, to find out their journey, their story, what excites them, and why are they an entrepreneur, so that you all can connect with them. So I'm so happy for those of you that are joining us live. Please make sure that you put that down below. And today it is my pleasure to have Nikhil Gagat. Nikhil, I hope I'm calling your name correctly.
Yeah. No,
From
correct.
Goa, India. Thank you so much, Nikhil, to join us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Vasna, and thanks everyone. Yeah.
You're very welcome. Thank you, actually. So you're an entrepreneur, Nikhil, and you're a young guy. So it's always a pleasure for me to bring young people on that platform to figure out what excites them and why are they an entrepreneur. So tell us a little bit about what your business is, and then let us know, why did you decide to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah, actually, it was long back when I was a kid, from the time when my father was into entrepreneurship. So he used to take me to the harbor,
Mm-hmm.
where we had a fabrication work done by him. So that time I used to always be with him, and I used to learn a lot about the thing. And I always have a love for the port. So
Uh-huh.
so that's the reason I mostly stay in Goa, Bombay, and that
So
sort of.
Goa is a port city, and your dad,
Yeah,
you said, was
I
an
work.
entrepreneur into
Yeah,
fabrication, ship fabrication.
yeah, definitely. So we stay in a port town over here,
Mm-hmm.
Vasco.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I moved into Bombay, and I learned a lot from a lot of people. Then I started doing a lot of online courses, where I learned a lot of things like how an entrepreneur should be, how startup culture works out, how the business registrations takes into places. So they were slowly I learned a lot of things out of that. And we had another platforms, like a lot of free platforms are also available,
Mm-hmm.
which provide us courses, so which helped me out in learning a lot. So, and that time internet culture was getting developed, so we were into our 4G spectrum, and then that helped me learn a lot.
So tell me this. So you were a young boy working with your dad, and we'll come back to what your current business is, because it's really a journey for you, right? And looking and hanging out with them. So could we say that entrepreneurship was in your blood? Like, is there anyone else in your family that does this same, has decided? Because it is a risk-taking business, right? Business going into working for
Yeah,
yourself.
definitely. It is it's very difficult. And my father had a lot of sayings, which I usually followed his sayings.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was into a lot of difficulties, so he told me, like, see, when I asked him, like, can you guide me for this? So
Mm-hmm.
he said, no, I can't guide you, because I can guide only an employee. An entrepreneur finds his own ways.
Very interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
So
Okay.
So he told me, like, once your education is over and what I can do for you, I'll be doing it for you. Later on stage, whatever you want and whatever you want to achieve, you have to find your own way out of it.
Mhm. So he actually built that love of entrepreneurship in you, within you, from a very young age.
Yeah, that was because I used to be going for some few festivals,
Mhm.
and some new ships were been inaugurated, or some other things used to be there. So I used to be going with him. So I used to meet a lot of people over there. So he
Mhm.
used to have those meetings and all. So they I used to be very much fond of learning those things.
So what does one make what is it that makes one an entrepreneur? How is it different? Do you see that there's something different in people that actually they're destined to be entrepreneurs versus the others? And what makes one a successful entrepreneur versus others?
See, basically, what I feel is a successful entrepreneur is someone who is always in a eagerness to learn something.
Uh-huh.
Then the second thing is he develops his own skill every next day. Means like he needs to be updated,
Mm-hmm.
because if he's outdated, he's out of the market.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very, very good. Very smart. I like it. You're getting likes on there. There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
obviously.
Yeah. But so I
And
know you said, oh, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. So and when we basically see an entrepreneur, so an entrepreneur's journey is always difficult if you go to see.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you have an idea, and when at the initial stage, it's only you who are believing on that. Nobody else believes on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True. You have to believe enough in yourself to take that step forward and
See,
actually move forward
yeah,
with it. Yeah, whether
unless and
somebody
until,
supports you or not.
yeah, because that's your idea. You have
Right.
built. You have taken an initiative to do that.
Right. Right.
See, when I started my company, I believed in myself.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew, okay, who will be supporting me or who will be coming into the picture. So basically, I had believed that yes, my idea will work out for
Mm-hmm.
me. Definitely not for somebody else, but definitely it will work out for me. Some people usually come to me and they ask like, we can do or what we can start up. They ask me for opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I say start up something that is in your blood, it's in your passion. Follow your
Yes.
passion and definitely you'll be successful.
You're talking the tagline of Accelerate Global, right? We help you find your passion so you never have to work another day
Work
in your
another day.
life.
Definitely.
Absolutely. You're true. And that is so true. And I know the last time, because when we met, you're also a client of Accelerate Global of the webinar Accelerator. So we meet regularly, but you always, I love to collect quotes from everyone. And this is one of yours I really loved. You said that to do business, you need an idea, not money. Tell
Yeah,
us about
definitely.
that.
See, basically, my journey started wherein it was a time where COVID took into place.
Mhm,
And it was a really difficult time because I had left from Bombay. I left my job
mhm,
long back, so almost I had don't didn't had any funds with me.
mhm,
From a level where I was on a zero, I
mhm,
came into some platform, and what I did is like if you can't pay for the thing, you have to learn that thing.
mhm. Very interesting. Say that again, Nikhil. Very, very good. So if you
See,
can't pay for it, you have to learn it.
you have to learn it.
Yes.
Because when I started, if you go to see tax consultants or CAs, you need to pay a lot of money when you register your company.
Mhm,
But there are online platforms when government allows you to register it by yourself. You can do it by
mhm,
yourself as well. Start learning about it. What
mhm,
documents are required? What other, you know, like what infrastructure you'll be requiring, or what
mhm,
sort of setup you'll be requiring.
mhm.
So
Good.
you
Yeah.
can start from your home, no problem with that. So there is no such specification where you need to have a big setup at the initial
Mhm,
stage. See, as a new entrepreneur, I would suggest anyone that go for a small setup rather than a
mhm,
huge setup,
mhm,
because if you can give your plan a try,
mhm,
works out, you carry on with it. If it
mhm,
doesn't work out, try to figure out what will be the next step you will take into. See, you can keep, always keep the goal the same. You must
mhm.
change the path. You might change the path. That's
Very
totally
good. Very good. Very smart, Nikhil. I'm so happy that I'm getting these nuggets of knowledge from such a young man like you. I'm so happy
okay.
and excited for that. So for that reason, you moved from the small town to Mumbai, right?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
went in an exploration, you founded a company there, but you were all by yourself, right? You didn't have a following of people. You were alone there, or having
Yeah,
challenges.
yeah, definitely. Initial stage when I moved over there, I was there. I had gone only with 1,000 rupees with me,
Hmm.
so which is
Which is
hardly.
like how many, hardly any, I don't even know what's equivalent to in dollars. Like it's
Yeah, it will be somewhere around 10 to 20 to
10 to
$12.
20, $12 in your
Yeah,
pocket.
pocket.
Wow.
and I was in a new city, and I had to plan out for, like how my things will work out. Basically, it was really difficult over there
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
Mumbai is a very expensive city,
Mhm.
because you need a lot of bucks to stay, then you require daily food, and all other necessities, basically what you usually require.
And
So
in that process, somebody asked you, when are you going back home? Right? Because they
yeah,
weren't there to encourage
yeah,
you.
lot of my friends and family were like, you won't get a job over here.
Mhm.
It's really difficult to settle up in a new place, because to relocate it's really difficult. You need a lot of money, actually.
So tell me
So
how important it is to surround yourself with people that are encouraging you versus people to surround and listen and surround yourself with people who are naysayers. Isn't that important as a new entrepreneur, as somebody who's going into a new venture? It's important to
see,
surround yourself with people who are positive.
definitely you require a lot of support, basically.
Hmm.
Not financial, but at least moral will also help you a lot.
Definitely.
So the main thing is, what in that case I do suggest that there'll be a requirement for that. And in this position, when I was not being supported my own family, there was a stranger who helped me out in the train.
Talk to me about that. That's an
Yeah, yeah.
interesting incident, right?
So basically, I was like in a position where I was just like lying, and I was just crying in the train. Like I was just distressed and everything, and like I'm just broken, sort of thing. And all of a sudden, a gentleman comes to me and he says, like, "What happened? What is the problem?" I said, like, "No, I'm searching for a job, and I came down from another city and searching a job in Bombay." So he told me, like,
Mm,
"Okay, do one thing. I'll give you a number. Dial that
mm,
number, and you can connect to the HR, and you might get a job out of it." So I said, like,
mhm,
okay, but it was a new city. I was not ready to believe him, but still I thought,
mm,
like, okay, it's a moment of just having a conversation on the phone. So
mhm,
I took that thing and I just called that person up,
mhm.
and actually it was a HR, and I submitted my CV, and then that person called me up for the interview, and then I was been selected over there. And that was the time when people started asking me, like, how how did you did it, like, basically, see, it usually happens with everyone.
Mhm,
See, unless and until you are not successful,
mhm,
nobody listens to you.
mhm. That's
You are a
true.
poor philosopher,
Yeah,
and when
that's
you have
so true.
money, you become a philosopher where people
Yes.
listen. So
Yeah.
that
And
was,
once you do become successful, people want to associate themselves with you.
yeah.
This is the
See,
very
because,
people.
yeah, because the thing is, what, when you basically are having your this thing, when you are struggling in your life,
Hmm.
nobody be with you in your struggles,
Hmm.
but everybody will be there when you're in your celebrations.
Yes, that's true. That's what they say, success has many fathers, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody wants to take that ownership of that success.
Yeah.
Now, those were not the only challenges you had. You had those challenges from growing up also, right?
Yeah.
Right? You want to talk about those, like dropping out of school or your mom getting
Yeah.
sick?
Yeah. My mom got sick actually in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
when I was into my college studies and all.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I used to be going to my school and everything, but I used to not have my lunch. I used
Mm-hmm.
to save that money so that I would use that money for the next day's travel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And a point came wherein my mom was supposed to be operated for the breast lump cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it didn't develop that huge, but it was the initial stage. So
Mm-hmm.
we just wanted her to get operated, and we didn't had funds that time.
Mm-hmm.
So we,
So this was not new to you. The going through the challenges, working it out, figuring it out yourself. So it was so because I always say that there are defining moments in a person's life that actually makes them who they are today, and
see,
that's the fabric of what they're made
mhm.
of.
See, what I feel is like, if, see, I have seen a time wherein I was born with a silver spoon,
Mm-hmm.
and I've also seen a time wherein we have slogged for even one time meal. So
Mm-hmm.
that is totally a different case. But then, what a person could struggle at his initial stage lasts long in his journey, because he knows he, and he also gets that idea, like, how he can tackle those problems. So when my mom was sick, so that time I dropped out my college and I started working.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of odd jobs, and then later on, I used internet to develop my skills. Then I went to Bombay and I got to learn from people how things work out. So they taught me like for doing business you don't need money. You
Mm-hmm.
need an idea for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a great idea,
Mm-hmm.
you will automatically try to work on it and you will get finances also out of it.
Mm-hmm. It will pay for itself, right?
Yeah,
It will.
definitely. The
This
cycle
is
works.
yes, you're so right. Say that again, because this is what we teach our, to our
Yeah,
clients and our
definitely.
members, and we talk about that a lot. But sometimes people understand it, sometimes they don't. But coming from you, I think they might listen. Talk
Yeah,
about that.
definitely. Because usually what happens is like when I started my journey, I never knew like what things will work out for me. But I had a determination of doing something in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the reason I started it my journey. And then a lot of people actually what they do is they don't take a risk actually. See, unless and until you go for it, it won't happen.
Right.
See, because other thing is what you have an idea in your mind and you're just sitting laid back with that idea.
Mm-hmm.
You'll
Or
say you'll
fearful of taking the risk, right? Why are people fearful of taking the risk? Why do you think is that the case?
see basically there might be a lot of problems in their
Mm-hmm.
situations.
Mm-hmm.
Might be some might be having some financial issues. Some might be having finance, but they don't know how to utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reason we
Or
encourage.
execute their plan,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. So that is
Mm-hmm.
the reason we require a guru or a person who can teach us that thing.
Mm-hmm.
See, so that is so reason behind that is like some people also have hesitation like whether it will work or it won't work out with for them.
Mm-hmm.
But what I feel is like a failure is a step towards success.
Yes. Yes.
See, because
Yes.
unless and until see see even in our school times when we go to a school, a
Mm-hmm.
college or anything with whatever we do, a college never assures you that you will get a job or you will be doing a business, but they assure you to get a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But you still do it. Then why
Mm-hmm.
don't you take up your own ideas? That
Yes.
if you can do that, then you can also do what you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
See, for example, if somebody is having an idea like, if Newton never thought of doing with all those philosophies and
Yes.
doing like yeah, the apple will fall, gravity and all. If he never thought of doing it, there were a lot of failures with a lot of successful people.
Yeah.
But
I
from there,
always quote like Einstein. You're saying
yeah,
quoting Newton. I'm quoting Einstein, right? The
yeah,
same thing. That he found 10,000 different ways of how it wouldn't work, and then
yeah,
eventually
but
it did.
eventually he worked hard on that.
Mm-hmm.
So unless and until people won't try it, it won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's.
I would rather say if you all are even hesitating to do that things,
Mm-hmm.
I would say
Mm-hmm.
don't quit your job or don't
Mm-hmm.
quit anything,
Mm-hmm.
but simultaneously
Mm-hmm.
remove some time for your passion.
Mm-hmm. And
See,
have trust and have faith.
yeah, have
Have trust
faith,
and
yeah,
faith in yourself, and have trust and
and
faith in others.
definitely, and it yeah, because if it doesn't works out for you, you have a plan B along with it.
Mm-hmm.
If it works out for you, then you can develop it much better. And see, when it's real, see, I have seen that thing that wherein I was working for people, and I used to be like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. That was my situation, and now that is the vice versa that I'm getting because
Wonderful.
I'm like a boss, and I don't have anyone to rule over me. I have my own time, my own schedules. I party, I roam around, so that financial freedom is available as well.
Right. Amazing. Amazing. Yes. You need to know exactly what your goals are and you have to go after them. And so I would like to talk about the fact that you said that if you can't pay for it, you have to learn it. And you said
Yeah,
you are a public speaker as well because you learned
yeah,
that, right? Skill,
yeah,
right? You want to talk
yeah.
about
That's
that?
still, yeah, definitely. I'll tell you all about it. So it was basically one of my friend took me for an event,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just there on the event, and it was really difficult, like because everybody had a skills on themselves, and I was being asked to like speak on the stage, and I was like having a stage fear. I like, I was literally confused, like what should I start with?
Mm-hmm.
So I was being stuck on that. So I just thought of like, chalo, let's give it a go. So then I met a trainer. So she was a really good trainer, and she told me like, okay, You can do one thing. You can. She taught me some skills, like always have eyes contact with the
Mm-hmm.
people, look into everybody's eye,
Mm-hmm.
then make hand gestures. Even I have seen one of your clients' videos.
Mm-hmm.
Tam. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
our member. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, she's your member.
Yeah.
So she also has a good public speaking skills,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
those were the skills, the same skills I used to get
Yeah.
working.
Shout out to Tam from Australia.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Tam. So
Yeah.
that is the reason, and basically, why I say कि if you don't know it, you have to learn it. Like
Mm-hmm.
basically, if you can't pay for that, you learn that skill.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I started my career as an entrepreneur, so
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I don't have money to pay for the registration purpose. I didn't have money to pay for my office expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
don't have money to employ people. So
Mm-hmm.
how it will come?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, I started learning what are the taxations
Mm-hmm.
and how it works out over here. What are the
Mm-hmm.
codes that have been required? Like then later on, I learned about a lot of other things, wherein like office registration. Okay, you can't go for a physical office. You can go for a virtual office.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual office usually costs you a very cheaper amount as compared to a
Yes.
physical office. So
Yes.
you need to find out ways to start up your things.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just sit and regret over it, because it won't work out for you.
And even
Rather,
if it doesn't, sometimes, isn't that a stepping stone, as you said, learning experience towards
yeah,
what will work
definitely,
out for you, right?
definitely. See, I too had a lot of failures in
Hmm.
life, but that doesn't mean it didn't stop me now.
Yeah, yeah. Did you ever think of quitting? Enough is
No, I
enough. I'm
never.
done.
I had thought once actually when I was working in Bombay, because Bombay, the life is very hectic,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just. I was about to tell my boss that I'm going to quit now, because
Mm-hmm.
I can't travel so much. It's coming on my health, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
facing lot of health issues. So they told me like one of my manager was like, I had a culture wherein I usually like to work in a friendly environment
Mm-hmm.
rather than a congested. So I was really friendly to my bosses and all. So I just told my boss like, rather than like I just want to either give me a transfer, I'll just quit for that.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no position available anywhere else. So I just thought of
Mm-hmm.
quitting from there. But one of my manager told me like, see, give it a go. Don't quit so easily. So
Mm-hmm.
he told me like, give one more chance to this city. Bombay is a
Mm-hmm.
city of dreams. Give it one more chance, and definitely it will work out for you. And I never knew, and I got an opportunity to work in the stock market.
Wow, because you stayed.
Yeah, because I stayed,
That is
and
amazing.
situation changed over here.
Amazing. So if you stick to it long enough and put the work and time long enough, do you think that it eventually turns around for people?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
usually if we give up at the early stage, it is very difficult,
Mm-hmm.
because we see, everything takes time until you get adapted to that thing. Before that, you are making up your mind and you're just quitting.
Mm-hmm.
So it will, rather than developing it, it will screw you up at that time.
Mm-hmm. Because you actually quit at that time where
Yeah,
it
that
could have
time.
been, yes.
Because till the time you'll understand the system, it takes almost a span of 3 months or 6 months time to understand the working culture, the
Mm-hmm.
systems, and everything. It takes time. So
Mm-hmm.
usually, if you quit before that, then it's a loss for you,
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't give it a good try.
Yes, very
That
good. Very motivational, very inspirational. Thank you. Thank you for
yeah,
that. And then we ended up meeting somehow, right? You ended up
yeah,
coming and on board
yeah.
with the
Actually,
webinar accelerator.
yeah, actually, I was actually a member of your group, and I just
Mhm,
like I used to see a lot of people speaking up.
mhm,
Wanted to speak up the same way as I am doing right now as a
mhm,
distinguished speaker.
mhm,
So I was looking in, and I was looking in like there were people from abroad. They are coming with such an idea. Like there are a concept called as webinar. There are
mhm,
concepts. This is mindset coaching.
mhm,
So I was like, why not give it a try?
mhm,
We should also learn from other people all around the world.
mhm,
So usually my concept is how I usually try to communicate, interact, and see, because what happens is basically we learn from others. and vice
Yeah.
versa it happens.
And just a two-way process. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It goes, it's
definitely.
symbiotic, right? Yeah.
So people usually learn from each other, and that was the reason I just gave it on a go. Like I said, yeah, I need a coaching for this, and
How
how
did
it
you
works.
find the program now that you've been in the program for this long? How did you
Yeah,
find?
it's almost 1 month, 1.5 month, I guess. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's 1.5 month that has passed by. So I have learned a lot of better things from your side as well, because the way I used to go, it it it's just organized. You can say it's
Mm-hmm.
an organized manner. A lot of things, which some things I was knowing about, and some I was not knowing about.
Mm-hmm.
I've just mixed up and I've just grinded, and like, I'm, yes, okay, it's working out. So now juice is ready for me.
That's right. And you put your own hard work behind it. Like it's not like that,
Definitely.
it's both ways. The coaching, how the program has been set up. It's really
See,
organized. It's got
program, as far as the program is set up, I would rather say it's a really good platform. I will recommend people to join your program, because it really helped me out, because I learned a lot of strategies and way of doing things.
for a startup,
Somewhat,
for a new
yeah, yeah, for
business.
a
Yeah.
new business, because I wanted to go global,
Mhm.
and this program has helped me out to reach global market.
Mhm. Yes.
Because
Right.
first I have to work in the environment which I work is the domestic environment, and now I wanted to go globally, so which actually helped me in like learning a lot about markets over there,
Mhm.
how the pricing policies works over there.
Mhm.
Then a lot of other things, like how businesses actually plan and schedule their meetings, then use the applications to help them out in their own business.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Which
that is
actually
what.
frees up a lot of your time. It simplifies the things for you, right? It
Yeah,
makes it.
definitely. Because what usually happens is, like, you are learning from a person who is already into it,
Mhm.
who is already trained. So
Mhm.
your burden is a bit less, because
Mhm.
yeah, you guide us, you give me a homework,
Mhm.
and I start.
And I ask if you've done it or not.
Yeah, yeah, that is the word. So it's like a teachers and students relationship that I'm again entered into. So it
Yeah.
should be a learning process the whole life.
And you get your goals pretty fast and quick too, right?
No,
It actually
apart from that,
shortens the process
it
for you.
shortens the process, as well as it's been a really motivating
Mhm.
thing for me,
Very good.
because sometimes usually what happens, I was just being broken in the middle because of this COVID
Mhm.
pandemic again, but
Mhm.
your program gave me a boost up.
Mhm. Very good. I'm so happy for you. And you're going places, Nikhil. Talk about what the business that you just started. So, what is it that you've done, and why
So
are you so passionate about it?
yeah, so basically, domestically, we used to deal into electronic market over here.
Mhm.
So now I wanted to go global, and I started up with a print-on-demand store, which I'll
Mhm.
be launching it very soon, and I'll
Mhm.
be creating an offer, and I'll give you, and not actually you, it's for your whole team or your members,
Mhm.
wherein I'll be giving them a better discounted price. It's
Mhm.
almost 20, I'll give them a 20% discount offer if anybody
Oh,
comes
thank
to your meet.
you. Thank you. That's amazing. I so appreciate that, Nikhil. You have
Yeah,
a soft corner for startups, right? For new business owners and, right? Because of your own
yeah,
challenges.
yeah, definitely. Because I understand, if what difficulties I have faced, they might also be facing. So I do understand their problem, and there are, initially when you go to start up a business, like, there are financial crunches.
What is print on
Everything.
demand? What do you do?
See, print on demand is basically, I provide people with promotional gifts, corporate gifts, then giveaways, which they
Mhm.
can give it to their clients, or
Mhm.
they as per their requirement. I also have a bundled offer wherein I give them a setup
Mhm.
of 5 products, or depending as per their customized way of
Mhm.
wanting the product. So
Mhm.
with in that, what usually happens is they can have a office setup done at their home,
Mhm.
so they can rather than having their home as an office, they can display the vinyl banner behind it,
Mhm.
behind the background, so it
Mhm.
will help them, like, uh, creating a professionalism in their business.
Right. So a vinyl banner, retractable
Banner,
banner.
retractable banner. Then we have T-shirts. So your
Hmm.
promotion is as well done. You
Hmm.
all can wear the promotional T-shirts, and you all can have a webinar done. So
Hmm.
automatically your brand has been promoted in
I'd
that.
be ordering those from you for sure, for our team, right? For Accelerate Global
Definitely.
team, for staff. Absolutely, I would.
And apart from that, we also have your keychains, your
Mhm.
mugs, and we also have a creative mug. Like it's called a magic mug. So
Mhm.
usually when you pour a hot cup coffee or
Mhm.
any hot liquid into it, it usually pops up. It's actually in color it's black, but basically when you pour something in it, it pops up with the
The
your logo
logo.
or the photos
Okay.
or any other things that you have come up with.
That's
So it's
remarkable. And you're launching it right like soon, right? Right away.
yeah,
We will have
yeah, yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm launching it and I'm just working out on that, and I'll be giving you a promo code as well, I guess, for
Mhm.
your clients.
For our
So
members,
because
yes.
yeah, definitely because usually if they'll be getting the special discounted price on that, or else
Absolutely.
the regular price will be paying for that. So
We'll
I'll
be
be giving
taking
you,
you up on that. I'll be letting my members know, and for sure, absolutely, they'll be coming because it's so much more cheaper. Like it's a deep, very, very deep discount. I know that it in comparison, for
yeah,
sure.
definitely. It's
So,
almost like if suppose I'm giving you a $99 discount, so it's
yes.
huge
So
amount.
that's amazing. Thank you. I truly appreciate the time went by so fast, Nikhil, and your story is so riveting. The fact that you are so young and doing this and coming up with ideas and
Mhm.
believing in yourself and believing in the system and people around you and actually going with it without fear,
Yeah,
jumping into it.
yeah, definitely. And now I'll add up one more thing. And after taking your coachings, even I received a national award over here.
Oh, congratulations.
So that was
Congratulations,
a great
Nikhil.
thing. So and I was been granted a award for Indian Achievers Award 2021 for promising startup.
Wow. Wow. We're going to put that on our website for sure.
Yeah. So
I,
that is what I received an award recently. And apart from that, again I'm getting an 111 promotion in Canada as well through you.
okay, for sure. We're going to take you up on this. So appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nikhil, for being on our Distinguished Speaker Series. I truly appreciate that and your time. And of course, folks, we're going to see you again with another
Yeah.
speaker, another time. Again, same time, same place. But thank
Okay.
you so much for joining us. And those of you that will be joining us again in replay, put hashtag replay, put your comments in there. How did you find the story and the journey of Nikhil Gagat? And if you have any comments or if you can relate to it, put that in there, right? We would love to hear from you. All right.
Yeah,
Take care.
definitely.
Bye now.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you.